No criminal charges for an HPD officer. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Yenji Denise. Kenny Choi has the night off. A grand jury did not indict Sergeant Darren Cachola for his actions in a violent video that went viral. KITV4's Paul Drews has our top story tonight.
Well, Yunji, a grand jury decides if prosecutors should proceed with a criminal case. And this time, even with a video condemned by many, the grand jury determined there was not enough evidence. This video of Sergeant Darren Cachola repeatedly punching his girlfriend at a Waipahu restaurant only tells part of the story, according to the Honolulu Police Department.
We cannot just base our decision whether to arrest on just a small portion of a videotape. We need to see the entire video from the beginning to the end. And then the other part is we need to be able to identify a victim. The victim has to be willing to come forward, and witnesses have to also be willing to make a statement.
Earlier video from that night showed the woman attacking the 15-year-old police veteran and may have led to the later fight. But many feel it's still an instance of domestic violence.
Just because an individual strikes first, that doesn't give anybody the right to attack and become aggressive with that individual and maybe beat the heck out of them.
With the grand jury's decision, Cachola no longer faces any potential criminal charges, but he remains under an administrative review by HPD.
If any policies or standards of conduct were violated, he stands anywhere from a written reprimand to a suspension up to termination.
His actions have sparked concern in the community about the way police handle domestic violence cases. Chief Kealoha says there will be some changes at HPD. In the meantime, the department is not only looking at Cachola's actions, but also the response of other officers that night.
The fact that officers did not file reports is very distressing and disturbing, and I expect that there should be some reprimands and some serious consequences for these officers who did not properly follow procedure.
We may never find out what punishments any of the officers receive. Those details aren't released to the public, and lawmakers will only get the report of the total number of officers disciplined at the end of the year. Even though this violent video was very visible, the end results of this case will be hidden away. And this year, lawmakers passed a bill that required more transparency regarding police misconduct and reporting of bad behavior. But details of the specific misconduct is only allowed to be released 90 days after an officer is fired. Sparrow says because of this case, lawmakers may take another look at the police disclosure laws. Yunji?